The Xbox Games Showcase just wrapped up, and in this video, I'm going to be going over my top 5 moments from the showcase. The showcase is entirely way too big to cover in one video, so let me know what your top 5 moments were in the comments section down below. Now, starting out with number 5 in my top 5 moments for the Xbox Games Showcase is the reveal of the Xbox Series S Carbon Black model that is going to be launching with more storage space at 1 terabyte. Now, I've been saying since these consoles launched back in 2020 that the storage space isn't enough. 1 terabyte for a console with internal storage is not enough. Specifically for the Series S, with that being a all-digital console, that should have launched at 2 terabytes minimum. And storage really isn't all that expensive. So the fact that they're also charging $349.99 for the new model of the Series S, it's good if you're going to buy a Series S or an Xbox Series console for the first time, because it is cheaper than buying the white Series S and then buying additional storage that you can use for the expansion slot on the back. But nonetheless, this is something that was a big reveal for me. I love new hardware. I love new colors when it comes to consoles. And this is something that I'm hoping works out well for them. But nonetheless, I would still like to see more storage space come eventually. The fourth biggest reveal in this showcase for me was, of course, Fable. Now, there were rumors, and they did tease this previously on Twitter, so we did have some indignation that this game was going to be shown off, and they didn't show a gameplay trailer, but what they showed was supposedly rendered in-engine. And this doesn't look to be a sequel, this looks to be a straight-up reboot, just titled Fable, not Fable 4, and I am super excited to see this. This is supposedly coming out next year, so I would imagine in the beginning of next year, in about 6 months, we should see gameplay. They have been working on this game for a very long time, and Fable is definitely one of my favorite Xbox franchises, going all the way back to the original release. Fable 3 was a little hit or miss for some people, but the first 2 games were definitely looked at as classics, so I cannot wait to see the new one and get my hands on it. The third biggest reveal for the Xbox Games Showcase was the trailer for the DLC Phantom Liberty for Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I know many people have a lot of sour feelings towards Cyberpunk. It did launch in an unacceptable way on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, but with it being on PC and the current gen consoles now with the Xbox Series X and S and PS5, I am over the moon excited for this, and that it's coming out later on this year. This is one of the very few things that Xbox had showed that is coming out in this year, and I am super excited. I don't know much about this. I've looked online and I can't seem to find many details. I can't tell if this takes place after the ending of the story or if it takes place before the ending, because I'm not going to spoil the game, but the way the ending is a pretty definitive ending. So I'm wondering exactly how this is going to fit in to the main story overall, but it is going to be amazing to play through Cyberpunk. Outside of its issues at launch, it is definitely one of my favorite games over the last few years, and I'm super excited to get my hands on the DLC. My number 2 when it comes to the best reveals at the Xbox Game Showcase is the gameplay trailer for Avowed. Obsidian seems to be really doing a great job at out-Bethesdaing Bethesda lately when it comes to their games, and Avowed was something that many people were looking forward to, knowing that Bethesda, before they were purchased by Xbox, were working on Starfield and Fallout 76, and many people are hungry for a new fantasy RPG. And I have to say that this looks absolutely amazing. The colors pop, the gameplay looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to get a better in-depth look at this. Now, this is coming out next year, but nonetheless, this has me really excited for the future of Obsidian with Xbox. Getting my hands on this is definitely going to be something that I can't wait to sit down and play. And of course, the number one reveal, the biggest thing that many people were waiting for at this showcase was the deep dive of Starfield. Starfield is launching in September, and there is entirely way too much information to go over in this video. I would definitely recommend watching the gameplay deep dive that Bethesda did themselves, because they'll be able to explain it way better than I can. But this game is going to be absolutely massive, with so many different options for customization when it comes to aesthetic things like your starship, that also then boil down to gameplay, to your personal avatar that you're going to be creating. With the amount of customizations, you can essentially make any character in-game that you see, you can make it with the character creator. And I'm sure that people are going to do many things with the character creator that Bethesda doesn't even anticipate. I absolutely can't wait to get my hands on this. They, however, did not go into any details when it comes to performance. Bethesda is known for their bugs. And as much as I love Elder Scrolls and Fallout, those games are buggy as hell when they launch. And Phil Spencer himself said in an interview with Kinda Funny that you are going to know what exactly this game is going to run at when it comes to the Xbox platform. Now, I myself personally assumed that, they're going to talk about it at the showcase. They did not. My expectations, at least for the Series S console that I play on, are going to be 30 FPS. And you know what? As long as it's a smooth 30 FPS, I would kind of find that acceptable, just due to the underpowered nature of the Series S compared to the X. Now, the Series X console needs to run it at 60. Hands down. I don't care what the resolution is. If they have to upscale it to 4K after having it run at 60, or even having a quality mode that runs at 30 and does 4K, we still don't know a whole lot about that when it comes to that aspect. I really hope that they talk about it before launch, because I don't want to have to wait for a Digital Foundry video to come and tell me, hey, this game runs at 60 FPS mostly on the Series X in performance mode and barely hits 30 FPS on the Series S. I'm really hoping they come out ahead of this and say, this is what you can expect. Phil Spencer talked about being more transparent and upfront with what we can expect from games with them from now on. I'm hoping this is something that they can get to before the game comes out, whether it be with a YouTube trailer or a Twitter post. I'm hoping that they get to announcing this information. But nonetheless, Starfield, whether it runs at 60 or whether it runs at 30, is going to be a massive game. It looks amazing. The gunplay in the game looks way better than anything Bethesda has done before. And to me, that is a definite plus, and I absolutely can't wait to get my hands on this game. But what did you think of the Xbox Games Showcase and the Starfield Direct? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys are new around here, consider subscribing. I upload content weekly, and I'd like to thank all of you for joining me here today, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.